to trudge to ever higher ground. And if the Plain Jane Blues have been cured for the Trooper 2, Isuzu's Impulse gets a refresher course on rock and roll. Maybe that should be rocket and roll, since the latest variant of this rear-drive Giugiaro-designed spaceship is turbocharged. The Impulse Turbo takes all of the original car's flights of fantasy and brings them to reality, thanks to a new 2-liter turbo-boosted 4-cylinder. It comes with all the trimmings: water-cooled turbine bearings, an air-to-air intercooler, single overhead cam, and multi-port fuel injection. Power ratings are 140 horses and 166 pound-feet of torque. That's 55% more horsepower and 14% more torque than the standard car's non-turbo motor. The result is satisfying. Acceleration runs of 9 seconds, third gear passing time of 3.5 seconds, and a quarter-mile run of 16.5 seconds at 80 miles per hour. With a normal boost of 7 psi, it's hard to tell that this is a turbocharged engine, since there's no telltale whine or kick as the added power jumps in. To keep its live axle in place under the added power, the Turbo Coupe gets a couple of extra suspension links, along with revised springs, shocks, and anti-sway bars. Even though a lot of the hardware came from the late and unlamented rear-drive iMark Econobox, the Impulse Turbo is a very respectable handler. It jumps into a curve with the most predictable increase in front-end plow as speeds climb. Body roll is moderate too, although more than we'd like. The steering, too, is quick in response, yet lacking in overall feel. Brakes, 4-wheel ventilated disc, a highlight of the first Impulse, were carried over to the Turbo. Stops were straight with an average of 121 feet from 55. There was no fade, so our only complaint is the very high pedal pressure required as you approach full lock. That gave us a feeling of not being able to stop in time, although we always did. To denote the $14,794 Turbo from the base $10,299 Impulse, Isuzu used restraint so they wouldn't spoil the car's gorgeous, sleepy-eyed exterior. Besides small turbo badges and a front air dam, you can't tell them apart. All Impulse models now come with a rear spoiler. It's located at the bottom of the hatch. Inside, there's a leather option, turbo only, that nicely fits the 7-way adjustable seats. However, we would like more than just the very hard or none at all settings for the lower back support. With the leather seats, a way-out digital dash is included. It's easy to read, but shy of sporty readouts. We prefer the standard analog unit, but no boost gauge is offered on either setup. The Impulse continues with its 2 adjustable dash control pods, another Oriental gimmick that you eventually appreciate. The Isuzu Impulse has always been a smart dresser, but now it's as much go as show. And like the Trooper 2, an Isuzu that's accelerating its positive rate of change.